Anyway, welcome to Wrecked Wednesdays, everyone. The day of the week where I find videos that are just horrible in every way and attempt to destroy them using facts and humor. And today is going to be more of a humorous one because we are responding to yet another MTV News video. And we're going to watch as the professional victims try and find victimization in people mispronouncing their very odd and very unique sounding names. Trust me, it's literally the worst. They're like the worst social justice warriors ever. So, just roll the film. Let's get on with this.
Your name is your identity. It's something you're supposed to take pride in and feel ownership of. But when teachers, coworkers, and friends constantly screw it up and don't even try to get it right, that can really change how someone feels about their place in the world.
Really? If your self-confidence is so small that people messing up your name changes the way you feel about yourself or the way you feel about your place in the frickin' world, you have serious insecurity issues. This doesn't even sound like a problem that concerns me. This sounds like a problem that you guys have.
My name is Rekha Shankar.
And now you see what I mean. Raka? Was it Raka? Raka? You know, screw it. I'm just gonna call this girl Rachel.
Not Rika, not Rekha, and definitely not Rachel.
Well, this is a little bit awkward. Isn't it, Rachel?
My name is Jiko. So that's like a number 1 and a letter G and co-like company.
So this girl's getting offended that no one can properly pronounce her name and then proceeds to show a frickin' algebraic equation just to explain how to properly pronounce her name. Please tell me I'm not the only one that sees this jarring irony.
In one word, so Jiko.
My name is Momo Pujay, not Momor Paye, not Mumo Pujay, not Mamu. It's Momo Pujay. It's so simple.
Momo Pujay. All right, I got it. But this is a very unique and odd sounding name, and there's nothing wrong with having a unique and different sounding name. I mean, my last name gets mispronounced all the time. It's the fact that you're trying to take this situation and use it to turn yourself into victims. That's what's honestly pathetic about this whole thing.
My name is Mamadou, not Armadillo.
Dude, get some new friends, alright? Your friends must be intellectually challenged if they hear the name Mamadou and then think you said Armadillo. Does anyone even have the name Armadillo? Come on, dude. Either you're exaggerating or that didn't even happen.
If you want to say my name correctly, it's Maritza Montañez.
What?
You can just say Maritza Montañez. And that's the anglicized, easy version that you should be able to say.
Alright, so I'm not trying to be rude here, but I just have 3 basic tips, alright? Number 1, it's really not that easy to say. Number 2, you're not a victim. Number 3, just get over yourself, please.
People mispronounce my name 7 days a week.
That must be really hard for you, dude. I'm really sorry. Just look at my crying face.
In 6th grade, my English teacher mispronounced my name for an entire year.
Yeah, and are we supposed to feel bad for you right now? Did you ever tell your teacher that she was mispronouncing your name, or did you just sit there and pout about it?
Open mic is just like Matt, Jim, Matt, then Mumo. This is like, get the out of here.
That never happened.
I have to introduce myself with a little mnemonic, like, I'm Rekha, you know, like rake, as in the thing for leaves. And I still get my name mispronounced, even with the mnemonic.
So right now what you're doing is completely destroying the previous point that you tried to make. You are literally admitting that your name is not very common and that it's not very easy to say. So much so that you're explaining how you need to explain how to say it. Again, there's nothing wrong with having a unique or a foreign name. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But people aren't going to just instantly get it just like that. And you seem to understand how complicated it is to learn how to say your name. So you of all people should know this.
When somebody actually gives me that question like, hey, am I saying this correctly? Immediately I want to marry them.
I just be like, oh, they said Maritza. That's so exciting.
That's how low the bar is. That's how many people have mispronounced my name and didn't care about it.
Dude, what are you freaking talking about? How do you even know they didn't care? This is the annoying thing. You just kind of assume that they got my name wrong and they didn't even care. Oh, boo-hoo. How do you know they didn't care? Did you tell them they got your name wrong? Or did you just shrug it off at the moment, then go and cry about it to MTV?
And there's the nicknamers. There are 2 types of people who are nicknamers. The people that'll give you a shortened version of your name, like, hey, mama, that's not my name. And the people that'll give you an English version of your name, like, hey, Martin, is like, I didn't have a dream.
Well, I have some great news for you, buddy boy. This problem actually has a really easy solution. It goes a little something like this. It's a little bit mind-blowing, so just get ready, all right? Are you ready? Here it is. Tell them your real name and kindly ask them not to use a nickname.
I had a tennis teacher once that was like, Reika, I'm just gonna call you Rachel.
Alright, so I know I joked about this earlier, but had this been a real situation and not a joke like this girl just said, then yeah, that's pretty rude. Now, I don't know if you're being completely honest, if you're exaggerating or not, whatever. I also think you probably could have stood up for yourself a little bit and maybe, told her again, like, please say my name like this, but overall, I agree. That's pretty rude. That's a pretty jerky thing for someone to just, disregard you like that.
You don't get to assign me a nickname. That's not how it works.
I like the nicknamer who doesn't even say your name, just says fill-ins for your name, like my guy, yo, what up, dog, my G, my dude.
Alright, well, I just mentioned this, but this problem actually has a really simple solution, but it's also a little bit mind-blowing, alright? You ready? Tell them your real name and kindly ask them not to use a nickname.
No one should be a nicknamer. They're terrible people.
Yeah, nicknamers are terrible people. They're the worst. It's not like they're trying to be cool. It's not like they're trying to be friendly. It's not like they're trying to play off an awkward moment where they may have forgotten your name. No excuses. They're terrible people. Nicknamers are the type of people that buy you gifts like this. Nintendo DS game, Nintendogs game, and then you open it up, and there's nothing in there. Alright, those are the type of people that nicknamers are. Here's Adolf Hitler, and here's a nicknamer. That's how horrible they are.
Then there's the whatever people. These people don't care about your name at all.
You will correct them, they will say whatever they have been saying, and then just say, whatever.
Alright, so I can agree with this. I mean, if you tell somebody how to properly say your name, and then they just shrug it off and say, whatever, yeah, that's a jerky move. I mean, I still don't think you're a victim, or I still don't think you're oppressed in any way. But I do think that's a pretty lame thing for someone to just disregard you like that.
When you get your name mispronounced all the time, it makes you feel like less of an individual because you have to respond to all these things that are not your name.
Well, everybody, according to the frickin' map, we're right here, which means we've arrived in Retardville. This is what privilege looks like, everybody. You know that you are crazy privileged when you are so desperate to be a victim, you try and find victimization in something as simple and as something as stupid as this. Everybody, I want to tell you a little story, alright? Sit down. This is story time with Hunter. This is a true story. It happened to me when I was much younger, but when I was little, I used to go to Sunday school, and my teacher mispronounced my last name. Like, she either said Avallone or Avallone. Like, it was something completely wrong. And, what do you think I did next? Do you think I cried oppression about it? Do you think I wailed my little eyes out? No. Actually, I grew a set when I was frickin' 8 years old or however old I was, and I said, haha, actually, my last name is pronounced like Avallone. And then guess what happened? We all lived happily ever after. See, it doesn't matter if people mispronounce your name, it matters how you handle it. Most people are not trying to mispronounce your name. Most people are not trying to offend you. I think the least you guys can do is give us the benefit of the doubt.
If you don't say my name correctly, it's basically like saying I don't care about you as a person.
Yep, according to this, it looks like we're still in Retardville. I want to kill myself. If you don't say my very unique and odd name correctly, it's like saying that I don't matter as a person. Seriously? Are you actually serious? Does this guy even believe what he's saying, or is he just saying what MTV told him to say? This is honestly beyond ridiculous. Don't try and guilt somebody for getting your name wrong. It's like I just said, most people are not trying to mispronounce your name, and most people are not trying to offend you.
When you're younger, it's really easy to feel discouraged by your name, but as you get older, everybody loves hearing your name, and then they want to say your name, and you want to hear your name being said by people, and you take pride in it. It's like things go from being a negative to being a positive for you.
Finally. Alright, everybody, well, that's the end of that cringe show. Remember, my last name is said like Avallone, and if you don't get it right, then you don't think I'm a real human. Be sure to give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and every Sunday. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.